Yo guys, Crescent here. Welcome to another build video. Today I'll be showing you a Stamina Nightblade build. This is gonna be kinda like a roll dodge build because of the sets you'll be using. And before I go inside the sets and all the stuff and the CP and everything, I just want you to look at the screen, man. Just look at this helm. Oh man, you'll be so intimidating if you just use this helm. Everybody will get scared of you. But yeah, it's really important, you know, you look good in PvP. That's why. Okay, whatever, jokes aside, let's hop straight into the sets. So, what we'll be using, the first set we'll be using is Bone Pirate. This is one of the best sets for Stamina Nightblade. It got nerfed, but it's still pretty damn good. It's either you run this set, or you could run something like a Shackle Breaker. But I feel like the Magicka you gain from Shackle Breaker is just not so important compared to the stamina you will obtain from the stamina and the stamina recovery you obtain from Bone Pirate. So I prefer Bone Pirate in my opinion. You could use Shackle Breaker, but for me, Bone Pirate is better than Shackle Breaker. Okay, another set we'll be using is a Sanchez set. So how do we use it? It's pretty straightforward. You can put it on any pieces you want. Besides a head and shoulder, you need to keep one dummy house for the head or the shoulder, but you can use anything else you want. Okay, so what I did is I used 3 Jewelry Sanchez bite set. It's really cheap. It's like 700 gold, 600 gold or something like that. You can just buy them in the store. And then I put one body because I obtained the body in Impenetrable. I opened the boxes in Cyrodiil and I got it from Reaper's March zone, so I just use it. You could use anywhere you want. You can use belt, legs, anywhere you want. And then what we'll be using is the Sanchez set on the back bar, Infuse Bow. So we'll be using the weapon damage and spell damage increase enchantment. This is extremely important with Infuse, because with Infuse the cooldown will drop from 10 to 5 seconds. So basically, if you are every 5 seconds, if you swap back to your bow bar and do light attack, poison injection, you will get your weapon damage increased by 452, and that will get increased by major and minor buffs as well. Okay, so that is extremely important. That's why it's so powerful, Sanchez set. And you can increase your weapon damage further by another 420 if you do another dodge roll. So basically, you can increase your weapon damage to close to 1000 basically with the weapon enchantment glyph and the Sanchez set on the back bar. Really important, remember that. Okay, and so we'll be running 5 Bone Pirate pieces. Everything is medium, obviously there's no heavy, so everything impenetrable. You could go for some 1 or 2 well fitted if you're running a non-CP campaign, but if you're running a CP campaign, just go impenetrable, man, because there are a lot of crit damage lying around Cyrodiil now because of the nerf of proc set. More and more people going for crit damage now, so it's really important to run impenetrable. So I will be using 7 pieces impenetrable, and we'll be using dummy house on the head. I will be using 7 medium. You could use 1 heavy, 6 medium if you want. I might try it out, but the only problem I have with that is I have to grind dummy house heavy, which I don't have it. And let me go through the sets again. Okay, which I don't have Dummy House Heavy because yeah, you need to farm the new dungeon, and I find it just really irritating. And even if you open with your keys, yeah, I basically just save up like 30 keys or something, 20 keys or something like that for the new patch, and I didn't get what I need for the shoulder, the heavy shoulder. So I run 7 medium, which is pretty good as well because we will be using a lot of roll dodge, so medium is really important because of the passive. I'll go through that later. And on the front bar, we'll be using 1 piece Maelstrom Maul sharpen. You can use a master weapon as well. You can use mace, you can use axe, you can use sword, anything will do. I feel like mace this patch is pretty good because there's a lot of tanks nowadays. Mace or sword is pretty damn good as well. So either mace or sword is better this patch for Stamina Nightblade front bar. You can use axe as well. Axe is pretty solid as well. It's really up to you. Just remember to use poison. You can use cost increase poison. You can use poison damage poison. It's really up to you. I kinda prefer the poison damage poison nowadays because I just feel like you can just put up a lot of pressure with them, and if you use poison injection, you can apply like 2-3 dots instantly and just pile up pressure on enemy. That's why I feel like that's really important. Okay, yeah, on the jewelry, I almost forgot to mention, I am running 1 reduced cost, 1 stamina recovery, and 1 weapon damage. If I am running in a non-CP environment, I'll use 2 reduced cost and 1 stamina recovery. Why I use reduced cost is because reduced cost will reduce the cost of roll dodge and will reduce break free cost as well. That's why I feel like reduced cost is really important in non-CP. In CP, just use 1 reduced cost, 1 weapon damage and 1 recovery. Obviously a stamina recovery. Okay, the sets are done. I'll show you the stat sheet later. Because I need to roll dodge and I need to do light attack on the back bar to get the maximum damage. But I'll just go through all the poisons, potion and everything. So the food buff you'll be using is Dubious Cameron Throat because of Bone Pirate. You need to use a drink, and Dubious is the best one, obviously. Potions like usual, you can Tri-Stat is the best. You can use something like Immovable to knock back, give you extra crit, can go up to 60% plus crit for this build, which is pretty damn impressive. But I feel like Tri-Stat is the best. You can use Detection Pod, everything you like. Okay, and the Munderstone, yeah, we'll be using Serpent Munderstone. I just like to hit my stamina recovery to about more than 2.5k, which is the minimum in my opinion for stamina Nightblade. So yeah, for medium armor stamina Nightblade, 2.5k, that's the minimum. So I got like 2.7k unbuff, which is pretty damn good. Remember that we got 1 reduced cost as well. That's why it's a bit deceiving. Some Nightblade has like 3.5k magic stamina recovery, but they don't have reduced cost. That's the only thing. Okay, this is the unbuff stats. You can see it's pretty damn solid, but it doesn't show the build, the power of the build. I'll show it to you really quickly now. How is the build like? So I'll just buff up like usual. I'll do 1 light attack on the back bar, dot throw, and then I'll switch to front bar. You can see 37 and then 54 crit. So our weapon damage is 3.7k, weapon crit is about 54, which is pretty damn solid if you ask me. I can just buff up as well, use a potion. I do another light attack, do a new dot throw again. You can see with the potion we go up to 3.2k stamina recovery, which is a lot, man. It's like a lot considering we have cost reduction as well. Weapon damage 3.7k, stamina recovery 3.3k, and max stamina 36k. Solid build. That's why I love this build. The only, I would say, not the downside, but the thing is that it's a bit like, that is a shame that we are not using something like what do you call that, Celine, because I feel like Celine is still viable this patch, even though it got nerfed like 0.3 seconds, but I still think it's a really solid set. But that is for another build, which is the previous build I posted, the Stamina Nightblade build for Morrowind. That is the build where I use Celine, which is still pretty damn good, that build, but I feel like this build is a bit more, it's just a little bit more well-rounded, just a little bit, but that build is pretty solid as well. Okay, so the stats, the skills, I'll just show you the skills since I show you the stat sheet already. Okay, so the skills are basically the same. You can use Reverse Slice, Execute, Surprise Attack, Ambush, Gap Close, Fear, CC, Rally, Big Kill, Major Brutality, and Incap. Obviously Incap is a must-have, it's one of the best skill in the game. And what else? You can use the Execute from Killer's Blade as well if you want. It's costs a bit less, but yeah, just costs a tiny bit less. But I feel like Killer's Blade is not that good because it doesn't supply you with the AoE you have from Reverse Slice. Okay, the back bar, you can use Poison Injection. You can switch it around basically. What I use now, but I always switch it around. So Poison Injection, Shuffle, Relentless Focus, Vigor, Cloak, and Dawnbreaker. Okay, Dawnbreaker, why I use Dawnbreaker is because I'm in a group, sometimes I need some AoE damage, so Dawnbreaker is really solid. You could use definitely Ballista on the back bar. Ballista is very impressive, especially if we buff up everything, we will get like about 4.5, close to 45k physical damage in 5.2 seconds more or less, which is pretty solid. And let me just, okay, and then this is this skill is really good, especially against a target that is blocking, because nowadays when you block, you will get reduced. The reduced cost of blocking is 0.25 seconds. So if you use Ballista, you can just burn through their stamina a lot, blocking targets. And not only blocking targets, especially against like sorcerers that has shield. Remember that shields will receive the full damage. There's no resistance on shield. That's why I feel like Ballista is really strong on Magicka Socks or just blocking DKs. It's really, really important. Yes, it costs a lot, but it's a really strong ultimate. That's why. Okay, let me just kill this NPC first. Okay, so yeah, I'd just like to mention that yeah, it's basically the same. I just repeat myself again and again. You can use Mark if you want. You can use Siphoning Attack if you want. But what I usually use is I will switch out Shadow Image for Relentless Focus or for the bow skill for Poison Injections. So I just switch these 3 skills around, either Poison Injection, Relentless Focus, or Shadow Image. It's really up to you how you want to play it. I would say if you're solo or in a 2-man group, Shade is extremely important. But if you're running in like a 3 or 4-man group that has really good coordination, which I like to play, a 4-man to 6-man group, in prime time you need to have friends, because it's just impossible to solo, especially if you want to go to enemy territory. So I just feel like I will drop Shade because I don't need Shade. Because we need to follow the crown and just like, you know, work together. Just so I feel like Relentless Focus is really important, and a Poison Injection. Another skill that is really unpopular, underrated I would say, is Rearming Traps, because our build has 54% crit. Imagine that, you get a 10% increase from Minor Force. So strong, 10%. So Rearming Traps is a really good really solid substitute. Or you could run something like, if you're running in a bigger group, like maybe a 6 to 8-man group or something like that, or you, who knows, you're running a Zerg, let's say, okay, you can use a Caltrops, or you can use a Retrieving Maneuver just to help your friends. You know, Rapids is really important, and Caltrops. Caltrops is decent because it's a lot cheaper now. The problem with Caltrops, the previous patches, is they cost too much. Yes, the AoE got reduced. The AoE of Caltrops got reduced to 8 mid radius, so like 16 meter diameter. It's still huge though, but it's really decent to slow down enemy that are zerging you down. You know, you just throw Caltrops, you use Rapids, help your friend to get out from sticky situations. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's about it for the build. CP, oh, almost forgot. What up for the 8? Siphoner 27, Sprinter 3, Mooncalf 75, Tenacity 4, Tumbling 61, Shadow Ward 2, Blessed 27, Physical Weapon Expert just 3 points, Shattering Blow 18. Shattering Blow is really important because yeah, I just feel like against Sorcerer you need Shattering Blows. Against good sorcerers, I'm not talking about those squishy sorcerers. I'm talking about those sorcerers that know what they're doing, that use really big shields, and they have like restore ulti and stuff like that. Shattering Blow is so important. So I really rate Shattering Blows, because for 18 points you'll get 8% more towards shielded target. It's really good point. A really good ratio to point, you know. It's just worth it to put 18 points into it, in my opinion. Master at Arms 72, this is your bread and butter damage. Everything you do is direct damage besides Poison Injection, so yeah, it's really important to put more points Master at Arms. Thermocharge just 2, you can put more if you are running, if you know you'll be running like Poison Injection with the poison that deals dot damage, so you can put more into this, but I just put 2 points because I switch around my build a lot. Okay, Mighty 49, Precise Strike 37, and a Piercing 12. I might put more into Precise Strikes. I'm not 100% sure yet, because we are running a really high crit build, so I could put more into this, maybe take some away from Master at Arm and put more into Precise Strike. We shall see, because Precise Strike is good. It increases the damage of your crit and healing of your crit. It's super important. Your crit heals will do even more even to do it bigger heals. That's why Precise Strike is sometimes really underrated, in my opinion. Okay, Ironclad 66, obviously you need it just to reduce damage from direct damage. Resistance 17, Thick Skin 16. You could put more into Thick Skin if you're getting zerged down by Destro ultis, you know, like just zerging you down with Destro, you might put more into this, but I feel like 16 is enough for me. Hardy 56, 48 into Elemental Defender, 6 Expert Defender, and 11 Quick Recovery. Yeah, I think that's about it for the CP. I think that is a solid CP. I just think that I might put more points into Precise Strike so I get more into crit, but yeah, more or less it's more or less the same. And yeah, combos, it's just typical Nightblade stuff. I'll just repeat. Yeah, basically what you can do is, if you're running Poison Injection, you can just cloak, charge up heavy attack, Poison Injection, then go get close, you surprise attack, in cap, and then execute or something like that. That is your basic combo. Or if you don't use Poison Injection, obviously you want to do one light attack and then dot throw, and then get your weapon damage up. You cloak, you do a heavy attack, and then you do in cap into execute or something like that. Basically, there are two ways to engage your opponent. You start off with Poison Injection and then go into cloak and then start engaging them, or you can cloak and then do a heavy attack into you buff up, you get the empower on your surprise attack or your in cap, the next skill. Basically just do a heavy attack, and then yeah, you can just do a really hard hitting surprise attack or in cap. For bow, yeah, there's a few more like more intricate combo you can use. Like if you got your bow ultimate up, you can do like Poison Injection, light attack. First you do a dot throw, get your weapon damage up, you then do cloak, and then you move towards them, you put your bow ultimate up, you straight fear. And then usually a lot of players will panic because the bow ultimate is starting to hit them and they suddenly got feared from nowhere. They can't see you because you cloak up. So that is one of the methods you can use to kill enemy as well. It's really powerful, especially against players that are not so experienced against Nightblades. Yeah, this is one of the really nice combo you can do. Basically, just remember like your basics: heavy attack into in cap, and yeah, this guy is blocking me. Yeah, so just always remember to try to charge up heavy attacks if you have the time that allows you to do it. It's really important. Okay, I think yeah, that's about it for this build. Hope you like it, and yeah, make sure you give this video a like, that'd be super appreciated, and yeah, subscribe to my channel, so that'd be really cool. I'll come up with a lot more videos, a lot more builds, gameplay videos, tutorials, and everything related to ESO. Okay, I'll see you guys in the video. Bye bye.